Well, you talked about that one situation where you had the 13-some?
Yeah, 12, yeah.
12 girls and you, 13-some.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about how there was problems on set. And I remember there was some show on Showtime, I think like the Seymour Butts reality show or something, where there was footage of girls actually fist fighting on set and stuff like that.
I remember that.
You've seen this type of thing?
In real life?
Yeah.
On set, yeah. Certain bitches are just crazy, man.
Certain bitches are guys. Not for nothing.
What do you mean?
I mean, okay, I haven't seen women in a girl boy situation with me have a problem, because most of the time the casting is pretty good,
Right.
and the girls know that whether or not they want to work with somebody. But I've seen dudes fight butt ass naked with hard-ons on set. I've seen that happen. And
I would pay to see that.
That's the funniest shit in the world, because when you're trying to break them up, you're trying to make sure that nothing's touching your legs or something.
Like, I got hit with a penis.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you break up a fight, you usually get between the guys.
Wait, so two dudes with rock hard dicks start fighting each other.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Are they straight?
I was gonna say
they didn't stay hard, but at the introduction of the fight, they were erect at the time of the beginning of the fight.
The fuck were they fighting over?
I remember, I think my man Suave told me that he's beat up a couple porn dudes over the years.
On set, in the midst of a scene.
So
I didn't really get into the details of it, but I'm not sure if he's in jail still, but
Still.
is he out? But I'm saying,
he's not.
Suave has a history of this type of thing, so it's kind of doesn't completely. That's my man too. That's like really my friend.
Yeah.
But
I've been in a fight on a set.
You fought another dude?
We would have ended up it would have went to fisticuffs, yeah. Yep, because we were in, I think we were in Prague or Hungary for West Coast Productions, and it was me, Darren James, Justin Slayer, and Marcus, and Mark Anthony. And so in this particular scene, I won't say which guys I almost had in a fight with, but the one dude would not get on the bottom and anchor a DP. And I was tired of continuing to be the person to be on the bottom of the DP. And this one dude just refused to anchor the DP. And I was like, look, we're all here working equally. You've got to carry some of the heavy weight too. And he refused to do it. And I literally got up off the bed and we almost got into it.
That was just a bitch move, though, for him to do that.
Yeah.
I've been in situations where I remember a particular scene. It was me and two other girls and a guy. And one of the girls, I don't want to mention her name. She's a fucking crazy bitch. She kept going into the owner's, because it was a rented location, she kept stealing the owner's alcohol. So she was doing the little sippy while the director wasn't looking. And the bitch was just arrogant and drunk, and then she's wanting to fight people on set, and that's when you just honey, you gotta go home because you're gonna get your ass kicked, by the whole crew. It happens.
And that's the thing about failure too on set, is people see a guy bomb on a set, but they have no idea as to what happened, such that he bombed.
Right.
One of the times I bombed, it wasn't because I had problems. There's a girl that I was working with. She was drinking heavily, so she wasn't able to do her thing. And that fucked me up, because I'm like, I've got to be able to do this. You can't just keep wilding out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it can happen for
There's
any
a lot of behind the scenes stuff that goes on that the fans don't see, and we have to deal with. But as professionals, we usually bring our A game.
Yeah.
Sometimes shit happens. You just can't control it always. I wish you could come on set with us and just film some of this shit.
I filmed on sets before.
Have you filmed anything crazy behind the scenes?
No, not really. Not really. I remember, me and Marcus have been friends forever.
Yeah.
So I remember I went on one of his sets, when I was still doing DVDs before Vlad TV, and we filmed, him doing his thing, and I think Jack Napier was there, and a few other people, But yeah, I mean, I've been around this type of thing for a while.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been really supportive of the porn industry, really, for quite a while.
But you've never caught something crazy on camera? Because shit happens.
No, most of my interviews are like this.
Like this, yeah.
Most people sit down and calmly talk to me. Yeah, I'm not usually behind the scenes.
You just come on set.
Just come over.
Because on some of the feature productions, the media is right in there.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, are the journalists gonna leave at some point? And they're like, no, they're.
Yeah,
and
you're
then-
trying to get your dick hard. There's like
Yeah.
20 people around you taking notes.
Yeah.
Shit.
So sometimes you can really fuck with those people, and then you go get yourself a bottle of water, and you just walk right over there drinking a bottle of water, butt naked with your shit just staying. Like, hey, how you doing? You know, and then you find out that you're not the one to be embarrassed. They're embarrassed,
Right.
and you can fuck with them because then they're like, oh my god. They're like, yeah. And I stand far enough away from them so that their peripheral can see me from head to toe, so they don't have to play it off. They can see what this, and it's embarrassing. You can flip it.
Yeah.
I thought he was me one day. You know what I mean? When I heard some shit that I never even fucking. I'm like, when I first got put on and shit. I'm asking myself, when the fuck I do that verse? You know what I mean?
I text him. I said, yo, what the fuck, yo? Like that was always something I wanted to do, nigga. You kissed Madonna, nigga. He was like, son, have you ever kissed a fucking 6 million year old pterodactyl?